I feel like I'm in the foothills of Capri, looking for a dark, mysterious gentleman to embezzle money from. Hey everyone, welcome back to Kiki Cuisine. I'm your host, Joey Camasta. Today we're having an Italian Kiki. We're making a classic cocktail, a play on the classic cocktail, the Spritz. Instead of doing the Aperol Spritz like everyone has normally, I'm doing a Rhubarb Spritz, which can be delicious. And then for our appetizer, we're doing something light and lively. We're doing a classic pairing of prosciutto and melon. I'm adding some mozzarella, some basil, adding a little skewers and a little bit of balsamic drizzle. So let's get started. For the Kiki Rhubarb Spritz, what you're going to need is some fresh rhubarb, some sugar, fresh lemons, a couple strawberries, your alcohol of choice. Today I'm using gin, some sparkling water, some sparkling rosé prosecco, and that's it. So first for our rhubarb spritz, we have to make our rhubarb simple syrup. Now simple syrup is just equal parts sugar and water. It could not be simpler. But today we're gonna infuse it with fruit. We're gonna be using our rhubarb. Now everyone says, what is this, red celery? It kind of is. In the US, it's considered a fruit because it's used in pies and baked goods and things. But all over the world, it's considered a vegetable. It's kind of like strawberries and celery had a baby. I know it sounds gross, but it is refreshing, it's tart, it's a little sweet, it's tangy. But when we're mixing with some lemon, I like to add a couple strawberries in there, just for extra color and a little bit more floral sweetness too. So let's get the syrup started. That could not be simpler. We're just gonna chop up our rhubarb, add equal parts sugar and water to our pot, simmer it down, strain it out, and then we have our luxurious Kiki rhubarb syrup. So what you want to do with this has been washed and rinsed already. You want to get the reddest ones because that's going to give the color of the drink that we want. And I just think they're sweeter and they're just prettier altogether. So when you're picking them out, make sure to pick out the brightest, reddest ones you can find. And then just going to give this a rough chop because this is just going to break down into our pot. So about 1-inch pieces. I don't know how many stalks, depending on how many drinks you're making, but I like to make a big batch of this because I can put it in my refrigerator and I use it throughout the week. So you can use it for your cocktails, obviously, but you can also just add some sparkling water if you want like a fresh drink when you're not having cocktails. You can use it for, you can drizzle it on yogurt or ice cream. You can kind of do anything you want with this syrup. It just makes something fun and unexpected. And again, at Kiki Cuisine, we're all about trick in the mind and making people think that we're fancier than we are. This is some like stuff from the grocery store that we're putting together, and you know, no one has to know how easy this stuff is. We're bamboozling kids out here. So we have a rhubarb in there, and again, simple syrup is just equal parts sugar and water. You can use agave in here if you want to be really, if you're wholesome. Any sweetener of your choice. You can even use stevia if you're anorexic. That can be done good as well. About a cup of sugar in there. Fuck it, I'm not driving. And then equal parts water. So I'm just gonna get some water. Pour that in. And then you want to do lemon peel as well. You don't have to do, I don't want to do the whole fruit. I just want to do the skins of the lemon, like so. Not too many, because you don't want it to taste like lemonade. And then I always add a couple strawberries. Now traditionally, strawberry and rhubarb go together like swimmingly. If you've heard of strawberry rhubarb pie. Okay, we're gonna give it a stir. And then put this on medium heat until it gets to a simmer and all your rhubarb breaks down. You're gonna see it's gonna start getting really mushy, and the syrup, the liquid's gonna get really, really red. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes and now I know it's ready because all of the rhubarb has broken down into these little strings. Pour it in here. And you stir it around a little bit to help out the juice. But look at that color. It's Mother Nature at its finest. Okay guys, our simple syrup is ready. Our rhubarb simple syrup. Look how beautiful this is. I just tasted it. It is sweet, it's tart, it's tangy, and it's definitely unexpected. Like no one's gonna know what it is. I mean, first of all, I don't even know if a lot of people know what rhubarb is. I didn't know until recently. So it's automatically that's a flex. So it's like a rhubarb spritz. Who is she, bitch? So we're gonna mix together our cocktail. All you're gonna do is get a shaker like this. Right, we're gonna fill this with ice. Then we have to get ice in our glasses all the way to the tippy top. It's part of my brand. Okay, girl, it's go time. So we have our shaker full of ice. We're gonna do first is we're gonna put our simple syrup in here. Now I'm making 2 cocktails, so I like to just eyeball this. I mean, I'm gonna put a little of this, maybe about like 1/4 of a cup, maybe. That looks good. Now, some gin. Again, you don't have to use any more alcohol if you don't want. If you just want no alcohol, just the Prosecco, just shake this up with lemon juice and then you're all set. A little bit of gin, just a tiny bit because we want to like, you know, up the alcohol content just so I can, don't have to stunt on these hoes. And then some fresh lemon juice. I'm gonna squeeze some fresh lemons right in here just to add a little bit of brightness, some tartness, because everything else is kind of one note. I would do about 1 whole lemon. It's like a half a lemon per drink. Oh my God, this already smells like an Italian coastal Kiki. I feel like I'm in the foothills of Capri, looking for a dark, mysterious gentleman to embezzle money from. You're supposed to do this until your hands get cold. Let me check the color. She's pretty, I want it a little rosier. I'm gonna add a little more dark, a little more syrup. smells so good already. Okay, let's pour it up and see how it looks. Let's see what kind of color we got with our rhubarb simple syrup and our gin and lemon juice. Oh my God, you guys. That color is insane. It's red, it's pink, it's coral, it's like everything you want in a cocktail. Okay, now we're gonna top it with our Prosecco. Ooh, get it, girl. Top it about 3/4 of the way with the Prosecco. She's a high maintenance hoe. You have to be very gingerly with her. And there's no artificial coloring in here. So if you're allergic to red 40, this is perfect. Now I'm gonna take this away and I'm gonna top it with a little Topo Chico. It's my favorite sparkling water. It's the bubbliest. It's spiciest, as I like to say. Oh, everyone's just exploding. Top it with a little bit of sparkling water. I'm gonna give it a little stir. These are so stunning, but now we have to garnish. I made a few different garnish options with the rhubarb. So I like to always garnish with what's in the drink so they know what they're getting. I made one like this, which is kind of like chopped up rhubarb. That can be very cute. This is one option. But I also love these ribbons. Like I made these like skewers with just some ribbons on them of the rhubarb that I did with the vegetable peeler. Like that are pretty. Or you can even just throw it in like this, just as a rhubarb slice, and just throw that in as well. And that's really pretty as well, but we can do that way. Maybe do this and this. Have fun with it, girls. You can't mess it up. I mean, I'm going to show you these options, but these are two ways you can garnish it. You guys, I'm not even kidding. That is unfucking believable. I have goosebumps. Can you get a close of my goosebumps? I cannot believe we just made that. It is the most well-balanced drink I've ever had. So light, so refreshing, and so easy to make. Oh my God, I cannot put this thing down. It is delicious. But now, I'm getting a little peckish. It's time to make an appetizer that's gonna go perfect with our rhubarb spritz. Today we're doing a classic Italian pairing, melon and prosciutto. We're gonna add a little other ingredients to it, put it on a skewer. It's gonna be so satisfying and super simple to make. This has very few ingredients. That's why you wanna get the best ingredients possible. So we're just gonna do some fresh prosciutto here. This is a 24-month age. Go with the more expensive stuff because this is gonna be the one simple thing that you can do to make it elevated. So we're doing a very nice prosciutto. We have some cantaloupe that we cut into little balls. We have some small mozzarella balls, fresh basil, and some balsamic vinegar glaze, and then some skewers. Now on to the balls. If you don't know how to make these, it's super simple. All you're gonna need is this melon ball. You can get this in any store. So the cantaloupe, you get it like this. Make sure it smells good when you're gonna cantaloupe. That's how you know it's ripe. My grandfather told me that. You always hear different people doing things, but if it smells sweet, it's usually good. Slice that in half. And it just has a little snurb in there. Now, if no one else is home, you can bring this to your bedroom. Now let's start balling. You just take it like this. I don't even have to do the seeds yet because you're not gonna get anywhere near there. I'm using the smaller ball, and you just wanna dig in like this, twist it in a circular motion, and it pop right out. Oh, and that's it. And just go all around. Cantaloupe is one of those things, it's yummy year round, but especially in the summertime, it's just cold, refreshing, it's sweet, it's not overbearing, it can mix well with all different things. And if you never had prosciutto and melon together, it's the perfect pairing of salty and sweet. So now we're gonna put this away. I mean, look at that though. Is this what an inside of a rifle looks like? I always have to resort back to violence. Okay, now let's assemble. It's as simple as that. I got these skewers here. Any skewers will work. I like these ones. There's like a sturdier wooden one. I like these because they're not flimsy, they're not gonna break on you, and you can get these again anywhere. So first I wanna do is get my prosciutto ready. So we're gonna do ball, basil, prosciutto, then mozzarella, then prosciutto, then basil. I mean, you can do any way you want. I have OCD and I want it to all look the same because I work at a magazine. And then the last one, we'll top it with another ball. How cute! Should I be talking more? Like no one wants to hear your faggot voice. This is a perfect thing for summertime because it's all in season, but you can do this any time of the year. I always keep these skewers in the house because you can use them for anything. Sometimes I'll do an antipasto skewer, so you can do like a salami, a little piece of artichoke heart, some olives, and a hard cheese with that. That's really good. Another thing you can do with this is watermelon in the summertime. Watermelon and feta skewers are also really good. Just keep these skewers in the house, and anytime you have anything in the fridge, you kind of put it on a skewer, and it looks like an easy appetizer. And you can eat it, easy to eat. You don't have to worry about any plates. And anything on a stick is just fun. Do you know what I mean? Meat on a stick? I mean, if you're from a bad neighborhood, I'm sure you have that all the time, but I think I have enough right now for my first platter. I like to lay these out on a cute little platter like this. And you can just leave them by themselves. But I think an addition of a nice balsamic glaze it's a perfect addition to it because it kind of cuts through all the fattiness of the prosciutto and just gives a kind of a tangy, yummy bite to it. Okay, this looks gorgeous. All the shoulders in a row. I'm just gonna add a little more basil around the plate just to decorate. You can leave them by themselves, but you know, a little bit of flair. This is Kiki Cuisine after all. I've never seen Chef Donnie decorate like this. I mean, it's just beautiful. Refreshing, light, simple, no cook appetizer, perfect for the summertime and springtime. Super, it's not affordable, but the prosciutto was expensive. You're gonna go bankrupt. All right, guys, these look delicious. I do have to taste them before my guests get here, so let's give it a try. This is all in one bite. You know, you don't have to eat it like you don't have to deep throat it unless you want to, unless you're trying to meet someone at the party. Oh my God, you guys. It's everything all in one bite. It's unbelievable. You're getting sweet, salty, savory. Anything you're eating, you have to have all those elements in it. So impressive. People are gonna love to eat these. You're not gonna get too full on them, they're not too heavy, and you can make these ahead. This is the perfect appetizer when you're entertaining this summer. They're fresh, decadent, and so easy to make. Okay guys, our Italian Kiki is underway. We have Rhubarb Spritz, we have our Prosciutto and Melon Skewers. Our guests are about to arrive. Make sure to make these recipes, tag me in them with Kiki Cuisine. I wanna see how you guys made them, and tune in next time for more Kiki Cuisine. Buongiorno. Is that how you say goodbye? Arrivederci. Hola.